Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to VR Master League with another episode of the Echo Arena Conquest series. Tonight's matchup is the Self Goals versus Team Anghel. With me in the caster's booth is myself, Daniel McFabulous, and to my right is Akady. Akady, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good, Dano. You know, everything's been kind of going well for me recently, and you know, I'm really excited for this matchup coming up between you know, the Self Goals and Team Anghel. You know, we're finally in the second round here of the draft team's bracket, and I'm interested to see who's going to come out on top tonight.
Yes, I am definitely very interested as well. Like you said, it is the first round of the second round, so it is super exciting to see what it's going to bring us. Countdown is underway for this first quarter. So for those of us who are new, this is 4 15-minute quarters. Joust is off, and the first contact is the Self Goals. Getting it down, and it will be possession to Desirable. I'm guessing Desirable must be possibly subbing here tonight.
Yes, that is correct, Dano. And a great first joust there by the Self Goals, getting the possession down in the Angel's zone right away to start off this match, and keeping possession now, as we can see them doing here to start the match.
Ooh. And the joust time there was 18.6 seconds, I thought I should point out there. It's one of the faster ones we've seen.
Meters per second or seconds?
Meters per second.
Okay, great. I just making sure, because 18 seconds is a pretty slow joust there. And as we say that, Antarctics with or Antarctics, I'm going to call him, is going to be the first scorer of the game, getting a 2-pointer off of a good clear there by Team Anghel, giving them the first lead of the game, just under 1 minute to start.
All right, joust advantage with the Self Goals. The Self Goals, this is really technically their first matchup, even though it is round 2. Their first round did end in a forfeit due to some miscommunication in scheduling. But did end up in them taking the win for that match. But now it's going to be Yox with the disc going towards an open goal. It's softly tossing in, but looks like a teammate might have boosted down and either grabbed it by accident or maybe hit it out of the way. But nonetheless, it did give Self Goals a chance to clear it down into the hands of Jay Tobacco. Going for that shot, getting it in for 3 points for the Self Goals.
And Jay Tobacco with the laser beam of a shot there at his 18 meters per second. You know, getting to the net in less than a second, and giving them that 1 point lead here early, taking advantage of the missed opportunity there by Angel.
And Crab with the disc, taking a little bit of time, seeing as how he doesn't have an attacker. Right over, intercepted by Desirable, but quickly intercepting. That would be Crab for Team Anghel, passing it right up to see Jason. Back down to Crab, keeping that disc in motion, going for the pass down the teammates who split, but were able to pick it up still and keep it in possession. Great reflexes there by Team Anghel, still maintaining possession of that disc as they carry it into Self Goals half of the field.
Yeah, both teams have had great possession to start off this match. You know, we can see Team Self Goals, you know, the Self Goals there at the start of the match had good possession in the offensive zone, and now Anghel, you know, coming back with good possession right after giving up that 3-pointer after missing their opportunity earlier on.
Ooh, see Jason getting it stolen from him and trying to get it back. Ooh, but getting stunned out along the way. Self Goals all just clustered on him there. Got that disc out, but an unfortunate bounce, bringing it right back to their end. Picked up by Crab over to see Jason, who's going to reset it right back to Yox. Team Anghel taking their time, trying again to get another goal to put themselves in the lead.
And this could be a new strategy that we're seeing more and more often as more and more teams are realizing, you know, we've got to keep our endurance throughout this entire game. And and a great save there by Wet Taco, keeping it out of the net from the backboard shot. But like I was saying there, teams are trying to keep their endurance, keep their energy for the whole game instead of just going all out to start the game and you know, having it cost them in that fourth quarter.
Ooh. Good steal there, getting that disc out there, bouncing over to the tunnel. Looks like it's going to be Crimson picking it up, going for that possible shot, but just bouncing off the ceiling down right to Jay Tobacco, going for that shot behind the goal for 2 points. Just checking in the chat here, we got Late Toast and Schlart talking it out about the format there. Is Angel Games last name? I'm not sure what you're asking. Are you asking about the player game's last name? I'm not too sure. But anyway, what I am sure of is that Jason just passed that disc over to Yox. Yox right down to Anartix. Anartix right back to Crab, just missing, leaving it open forward collection by Desirable, who will get it and throw it downfield to his teammates who are ready to boost, going for that 3-point shot and sinking it.
Yeah, great steal there by the Self Goals as they were able to get the disc down to the other end as fast as possible, but we're still able to get the shot off way before the 3-point line, and to extend their lead now to 6 points.
6-point lead, a little over 10 minutes, coming up to just a regular round 1 for the format we're all so used to thus far. So plenty of time. Ooh, that quick shot by Yox was intercepted by Wet Taco.
And cleared right back down for another opportunity for Desirable, and he's going to put it in the net to extend the lead once again with another point on the board for him.
It's interesting to see, you know, like it says, the Self Goals, they haven't really got to play around of this yet. So this is really their first, but they've also had the opportunity to watch all the games from last week as well. So it's interesting to see a team that played last week versus a team who hasn't yet. And it is just the first quarter, so anything really is possible.
And that's the whole point of this format that we're trying out here, is to make sure that anything is possible with any game. And as we've seen teams go on long streaks for maybe about 5 to 10 minutes, and then, you know, they kind of drop off for the next 5 to 10 minutes. It gives the other team an opportunity to come back, and so it really is anyone's game throughout the entire match, and it's very exciting to watch every single game.
Oh, 100%. With the amount of time, fatigue kicks in at different times, and you know, different teams will strategize accordingly. Especially, I mean, I feel like the first round is usually going to be more of a people just trying to fight to get in control almost, so they can take that break this kind of the second quarter, and it's going to be interesting to watch it unfold.
And we've seen this with many of the other games so far, is that, you know, there usually is a team that has that upper advantage for most of the game, but we've also seen games where it's been back and forth throughout the entire thing. And that's the great thing about the inconsistency. And a 3-shot from 33 meters away is Yox, cutting that lead back down to 5. Joust advantage back to the Self Goals, and that just shows once again it can go back and forth, and some teams might go on a long streak like Self Goals just did. But you know, maybe it's now Angel's turn, Team Angel's turn to go on their little streak here and come back.
That 3-point goal there, I think, might be another highlight to watch again. That was fantastic. The reflexes, the straight shot, ooh, and that was straight in the goal as well. Another 2 points for Team Angel, bringing that point differential down to only 3.
Yeah, great play there by Jason. He was able to stun out both defenders who were in the net as Antarctic was coming up with the disc, and he was able to put it in for an easy 2 as there was no defenders to stop the disc from getting it in the net.
Great pass down to Crimson in the tunnel, going for that bounce pass off the tunnel, getting intercepted by Jason. Jason tossing it down. Ooh, different angle. That could have been a different result, being picked up by Antarctic, trying to go in, but getting stunned out by Desirable, who's going to reset it to Jay Tobacco, who's going to make that clear down, but it's going to bounce and get stuck in half field.
And funny enough, something I'm just noticing is that the back pass towards the goal for the Team Self Goals was quite the fast one. Usually when you pass back to the goal, you're a little more conservative, but it looked like quite the fast pass. I was wondering if they would stick to their name here and possibly a self goal, but no, luckily the goaltender was able to see that clear as day and grab that and pass it down to the other end, and now they're going to have an opportunity starting back in their own end to try to increase their lead as Team Angel has started to come back.
Yes, they definitely have indeed. You know, they've had about 9 minutes now to get a good warm-up going. Something else to consider with these longer formats, you know, sometimes you see the same momentum in one 10-minute round, but with 15 minutes, it's definitely another opportunity for that momentum change before the end of the round, because, I mean, we're 10 minutes now in. Self Goals has really Team Angel has really started catching up, and they've still got plenty of time left.
Great chance there by Team Angel as Wetako was in net waiting for that bounce shot, but the bounce shot just went wide on the long angle there, and this will get thrown down or slap down towards the other end of the arena, but then back and forth once again, just towards the middle of the arena, and looks like it will be Team Angel regaining possession in their own half and putting it down to the other end, as I believe it will be Desirable there and ready to pick it up, as CJason was very close to getting that disc first and getting it to the next. Desirable able to clear it down to the other end in one swift motion.
That was extremely close. Now Self Goals almost trying to duplicate it, getting that pass over, but going just between both teammates, allowing Antarctics to pick it up and clear that disc through the tunnel.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of this kind of play throughout the games so far, just kind of back and forth between goals. You know, we'll have a bunch of goals go back and forth, you know, 3 point there, 2 points there, but then we'll have a period of time where there's not really many goals, and the disc is just kind of going back and forth between ends, really close at times, but no team really seems to be connecting. But then once one team connects, then the other team says, okay, we got to step it up one bit more, and then that team decides to connect. It just goes back and forth between those two types of playstyle. And just as I say that, to tie the game will be Antarctics with a 3-pointer. Very good perception to see the goalie was not in position and able to put that in to tie the game up, just passing the 10-minute mark of this game.
You did. It was a very quick reaction there, seeing that goal was empty and throwing it right in there to get 3 more points on the board, tying this game up 10 points apiece to each team.
And now to Self Goals, throwing it down to the other end. Jay Tobacco gets punched out with the disc there by Team Angel, but Desirable will recover it by the top nest, flipping upside down, trying to get around all the players, but Yock's able to read the disc, read his play, and throw it down back to the Self Goals end, and possibly an opportunity here for Team Angel, but it looks like Desirable will get the disc once again, trying to throw it down, but intercepted once again by Team Angel. It is really just back and forth at this moment.
It was a really quick clear by Desirable. You know, that could have been a lack of communication, his teammates not telling him that he was free and clear. You know, he threw it so quickly, he didn't really take the time to analyze where the opposing teammates were, which ended up in them intercepting it and getting that control. But now the control is back up for grabs. It's going to be into the hands of Yox. Yox being attacked by Desirable, but beautiful defense with that block. Throwing that disc down, that clear boost from Antarctics, grabbing it, throwing it in for 2 more points, bringing Team Angel in the lead by 2.
You know, you almost have to wonder if Yox and Antarctics would practice that pass in their practices. As, you know, it was almost perfect right to Antarctics at the shield off of the bottom trench there, and it worked out perfectly for Team Angel.
We have Muizer there in Twitch chat saying he likes the 15-minute quarters. Thank you for that feedback. That was a great catch by Crab there, going through trying to clear through the tunnel and bouncing off the walls, going into the hands of Self Goals. Going for that open goal, but the goalie Antarctics was there just in the nick of time to save that.
And those are probably the most difficult saves to make. You know, when you're in motion, you're not really set up, and you're just kind of waiting for that disc to come, but you know it can come even when you're not even looking at it, so you have to be aware, and he was aware that whole time. And might cause a goal here, but no, it will not. It will just ding off the post, but will be recovered by CJason. Quick slap pass there back to Antarctics, resetting it and looking for another pass back to Fighting Crab, but Crimson will intercept, and Yox waiting back behind to intercept, but throwing it back in towards Wet Taco, and he will clear it finally down to the other end of the arena.
Yeah, the back and forth game is definitely strong right now, which just shows that these teams, you know, have very similar skill sets, that it is going back and forth, point time between goals has slowed down, which means if there's any indication, that was a beautiful shot, no indication needed. That was just pure facts. But if there's any indication of what's to come, this should be an amazing game for the Conquest series.
Yeah, no, for sure. And like, can I just say, an amazing shot there by Yox. I think we've seen him in the past in the other game, just the other day, some great sharp angle shots by him, and just once again proving he can make those, and confidently as well with the speed of the shot. And Desirable with an incredible move there off the quarterback, able to juke out the defender.
Had a nice close-up of that too. It looked good. Ooh, that looked good too. A beautiful clear down the field, leaving the disc open, but the Self Goals there quick to get it. But we have Yox ready to attack and Taco ready to defend, and then Antarctics and Desirable. It's just a chain of stuns and steals, ending with the disc down in Team Angel's bubble. A race for the disc. It's going to be Taco. Can he capitalize? Yes, he will, for 2 more points.
you know, this is a great kind of game I like to watch. It's very back and forth, but very equal at the same time. Both teams are able to get to the other end at top speeds when they need to and get that disc to the net as fast as they can before the other team can even recover and get back. Another game we're seeing very similar play styles here.
Ooh, beautiful pass to that tunnel. Maybe it's, oh, teammate down, ready to grab it at the end of the field. Whether planned or not, that worked out very nicely. See Jason now with the disc, looking for that pass opportunity, getting it over to Yox. Yox quickly being attacked by 2 defenders, and Taco stealing that disc, throwing it down, but bouncing off the geometry, keeping it in their half, putting it back into the hands of C Jason.
See Jason looking for a pass last second there, as he knew he was being pressured, so he was able to just throw it down towards the south goal net, but was recovered by the south goal. But then once again tried to clear it down and intercepted by Team Angel, and they're back in control with just under 20 seconds to go in this first quarter.
Ooh, going for that backboard bounce shot from below the goal, just not hitting in the right spot. Getting to Jason above the goal, like trying again, but picked up by Desirable, who's going to clear that disc way down to the other end of the arena.
And that should do it for the first quarter, unless Self Goals decides to get a quick one here, but no, that will be the end of the first quarter. Score right now for Team Angel 15 and only ahead by 3 points. And so Self Goals with 12. It's a close matchup.
Yes, close matchup indeed. Very exciting first quarter. Only a 3-point differential. And if it's any, like I said before, any indication of how the rest of this game is going to go, we should be seeing great 2, 3rd, and 4th quarter. You know, I don't see this game ending by any means before the end, the way both these teams are performing. This should be a fight to witness.
Oh, for sure. And, you know, we can see Team Angel with just 17 shots here. Well, I say just, but, you know, 17 shots is a lot for 15 minutes. You know, but if we look on the other side, we have the saves for Self Goals. They've got 6 total saves right now. And, you know, that helps with every single shot. Because if you think about it, if those saves are not made, that's 6 more goals, 2 or 3, depending on the shot itself, you know, to add to the score. But because of those saves, it makes a huge difference in the score. As Self Goals, they're only down by 3 points here. But, you know, don't count them out yet. They also have 14 shots themselves. And being able to have that... Oh, I believe we have a pause here going on or something. But Self Goals are definitely still in this game, as, you know, the scoring shows that. But as well, if you're looking at the stats with the... with the shots as well. Excuse me. I'm confused as to what's going... There seems to be a rematch going on.
Yeah, someone... They've at least reset for only 3. Oh, well, we'll see what they do. Oh, they got it right. They're resetting everything back. Not really sure what happened or why. It could have been one of those accidental. I have heard of people, you know, when they're spawning out, they hit the wrong button by accident. And, you know, we'll forgive them since they, you know, they have reset the scores, the rounds. They've even set it to round 2 of 4. They got this. And it sounds like both teams are readied up now. We just will have that little wait, that 1-minute spawn timer.
Oh yeah, of course. The all-inclusive extra minute of play in the intermission.
Yes.
New segment.
It's the 1-minute spawn show. Hey, you never know. Hey, that could be something. Quick, like 59-second clips. You know, just bam. Future ideas for Conquest series? Make it different?
Yeah, I mean, if anyone has any ideas, you know, we always appreciate some feedback coming towards the league, as it is a new thing that we're trying to do here. And we know that there's going to be some kinks, and we want to work them out, and hopefully in the future be able to pull off another successful and, you know, entertaining tournament.
Yes, entertaining indeed. And I believe that is the timer now. We are going to the 15-second countdown with only 9 seconds remaining. Super excited. Who is going to get the joust this time? Oh, and it'll be Team Angel.
Now the score is 1-1.
It's 2.39 seconds with a max speed of 25 meters per second. Whew. All right. Little stumble for the disc there. It's gonna be Wet Taco getting it cleared down to Team Angel's bubble. A race for the disc. Both teams are there. It's gonna be a matter of who's first. Desirable's gonna get it first. Going for that shot and gonna get it for that early 2 points in this second quarter. Bringing that point differential down to only 1 point.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Teams have cleared the launchers.
Great pass to see Jason in the tunnel. Looking for his options, not right being attacked there. Great pass over to Antarctics. Antarctics, another pass to Yox. Yox going for the shot, but just off the ring of the goal. Desirable with that clear down to the other end of the arena.
My apologies to anyone who accidentally heard my cell phone going off. I had, and a goal here by Desirable to take the lead here by one shot. Or one goal, I believe, or 1 point. I can't talk. I was receiving a scam call and I had to quickly decline it.
All right, and looks like we may have a timeout called here.
Love that new pause feature.
Let's get that timeout 5-minute timer on the board.
Looks like they won't have to use the whole 5 minutes as we have Crimson returning to play, I believe. Yes, Crimson it was. Only 30 seconds into the timeout. And they will be unpausing once again here. Don't think we'll have a whole minute of between rounds break because it is mid-round, so we'll see here.
All right. I will reposition. 10-second countdown timer is underway. Let's get rid of that lovely timeout timer off the screen. There we go. And the launch is off, and it will be Crab with that quick pass down to Jason in the tunnel. See Jason looking for that pass to Yox on the ceiling at the other end, but just bouncing off the geometry, leaving the disc open for grabs. But it looks like Yox and Crab will boost to quickly retrieve that disc to keep it in possession to make another attempt at the goal.
And it looks like Crimson is going to pick up the disc here as the clear was technically unsuccessful as it was intercepted midway. And Crimson will get possession before Team Angel member could grab it and will put it in for 3 points to now take the lead by 4 points.
12, 11, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, teams are in the tunnels, ready to go. It's going to be a team advantage to Team Angel. Crab getting that disc again. Juking his attacker, getting that pass to Jason once again in the tunnel. Ooh, but getting stolen by Desirable right from out of his hand. Desirable going for that shot and bouncing in. The camera just caught a glimpse of the end of that goal, but it looked like it had an interesting angle to bounce in.
Yeah, that was a weird looking shot for sure as it came in off the backboard and just hit off the post and somehow bounced in the net like that. You know, sometimes it's just unfortunate to see that happen. Especially if you're on the the defending side of the goal.
That would explain what I saw, because it did not. The angle was not correct. I didn't see it bounce off the backboard, so you had the missing piece of the puzzle for me.
Yeah, I saw it bounce backboard and then off the post and in, and great interception there by Antarctics, getting it back down to the other end. You know, at this point in time, when you're back down by 7 points, actually not back down by 7 points, I believe. Now self goals with the significant lead as Team Angel had one before.
Ooh. Great shot attempt.
Yeah.
Looks like they were gonna try again with a pass to behind the goal, but a great read and intercept by C. Jason, trying to clear it down, and he'll go back into the hands of Yox. Yox going for that possible ceiling bounce shot, but Desirable read that before it was thrown and was floating up there, ready to intercept that throw.
And a great little play here by Crimson as he was able to read the play by the Team Angel player, going for the shot but barely just missing, but it recovered there by Desirable. He's going to look for a pass, maybe going from the backboard. It might get to his teammate, but just barely getting past as the Team Angel goaltender there was able to slap it out of the way, but Team Self Goals will recover the disc and pass it down to Desirable, and he will go for a 3-point shot to extend their lead now to 10 points.
Ooh, and it was a three-pointer too. At that, he was right on the line, got it right down by the goalie's feet, which for some people that is difficult to defend. Goalie definitely tried. There was no lack of trying there, but unfortunately, just the disc was just a little bit faster.
Yeah, that foot shot or below the feet shot is definitely very difficult for goaltenders. As you know, if you're not a very tall goaltender, the ratio between the goal size versus your actual play space can be, you know, just the floor, and you can't even reach down there unless you in game, you know, have your in-game player go down.
Oh, trying to work up Taco and Desirable, trying to work on stunning the goalie and throwing it. Looks like the timing of the throw and the stun was correct. Just unfortunately, the throw was just a little off for accuracy.
Covering the self goals, trying to keep possession is Desirable, flipping upside down and all around, keeping possession, and Farting Crab able to keep on him as to get the disc away, but Desirable will regain possession back in his own end and try to clear it down to the other end, but Yox there in the tunnel ready for the disc, looking for a teammate now to pass to, possibly going for a goal here to cut the lead down, and passing into Crab. He will get the two-pointer just from 4 meters away to cut the lead back down to 8. So that is the 10 points, I believe, is the largest margin we've seen so far in the game, and now it's been cut back down to 8. So that just proves to you once again that this game can really go either way at any time.
Oh, indeed. And with 9 minutes left in this second quarter, and finishing off the last 9 minutes of the first half, it's going to be Desirable going for that possible bounce shot from the bottom, but Yox was there, ready to collect it, throwing it below 2 attackers, getting it down, hoping his teammate can collect, which he will, but quickly stunned out by Desirable, who gets that clear down the field again, leaving the disc back open up for grabs. Ooh, this could be dangerous, and it will be for Team Angel, as there's another 2 points scored by Crimson for the self goals.
Yeah, it seemed as though the Angel defender there was very confident that they were going to get the disc there, but coming out of nowhere was, you know, Crimson, and I believe it was Desirable with him, and I'm not too sure who was with him exactly, but they were able to get down there very quickly and, you know, catch Team Angel by surprise to, you know, get back that 10-goal lead. 10-point lead.
It's back to 10 here. Team Angel trying to close it, but that disc is going to get stolen by Desirable. Desirable with a number of reads and intercepts this game, and a shot's going to be taken off the backboard by Wet Taco and in for 3.
Great shot there by Wet Taco as he was able to get down, take his time, and able to throw that disc off the backboard into the bottom pocket. Very great shot there by Wet Taco to increase the lead now to 13 points.
Joust advantage will be to Team Angel. Yox with that disc quickly over to the left tunnel, but just bouncing off the wall, sending it right back down to this side of the field where Desirable's waiting, trying to collect. Great defense by Team Angel. Managed to recover it, get the disc slapped out of their end into the tunnel, and a great recovery by Steve Jason, continuing that disc momentum down to self goals end. Team Angel really trying to push down and close that point gap, but it's going to be cleared out down the field from the self goals, leaving it down up for grabs, picked up by Wet Taco, going for that cut pass to the barrier. Now it's one-on-one with the goalie, going for that shot, but bouncing off the bottom of the ring.
Great team play here by the self goals as they are able to keep possession and get those passes on accurately and are creating more and more chances. Just unfortunate for them to hit the post there. You know, if you're Team Angel right now, you want to be able to get possession of that disc and keep possession of that disc as much as you can, especially because you're down by 13 points right now. But of course, it is early in the game, not even halfway through, so anything can happen.
Self goals like a bullet were following that disc. You know, that could have been just some communication from Team Angel, and if they're going to throw the disc, they need to make sure that they have someone stacked before self goals does, or in this case, the self goals will get another 2 points.
Great play there, Jay Tabak, as he was down in that little scrum in the bottom right corner behind the net, and he was able to grab the disc and turn around cleanly and just put it in.
Is it Jay Tabaka or Jay Tabaka? I feel like it's Jay Tabaka. Maybe someone watching will know. Oh, I don't even know where the disc went. I've lost it. All right, there it is, into the hands of Jay Tabaka. And now going for a quick pass down to Desirable. Desirable juking out his attacker, going to the shield, still trying to juke out the attackers and make that shot for 2 points for the self goals.
great anchor shot there by Desirable, and a great interception play by Jay Tabeka, and great pass to him as well. And you know, just overall, Team Self Goals is really taking advantage here of you know, maybe the little bit of a drought that Team Angel's having right now.
Yox with a quick pass to the tunnel to Crab. Crab throwing it down to Jason, who's quickly boosted at by some attackers, but manages to evade them, keeping possession to Yox, but quick grab by Crimson, quickly changing the direction of the disc. And Ardix was right there, ready for that recovery, trying to keep the disc down in the Self Goals end to try and give Team Angel a few opportunities to close that point gap.
As we can see here, the Self Goals going 2-on-1 in there to get possession back of the disc in their own end. Something you might not want to see happen, especially if you are on the defending side of that play. Going in 2-on-1 to just recover the disc on itself, not necessarily going in for a shot, but just to recover the disc like that, you know, can be very difficult to defend.
Oh.
Speaking of defense, Crab with an incredible save off of a 3-point shot after great moves there by the Self Goals, and this might be a goal here.
That was so close. That was an opportunity for Team Angel had they been boosting behind that disc, just in case they might have been able to be there first to recover that rebound.
I think that's what's going on right now with Team Angel, is that they're not quite getting to their boost as fast as they can, as they were in the first quarter, and it could just be a factor of you know, slowly losing points and trying to do it by themselves. They have to know that it's a team game, and they have to work together, you know, in sync the whole 60 minutes if they want to be able to come back and win this game.
Right. I mean, they are draft teams as well, so they've only been playing together for, you know, maybe a week, a little over a week now, depending how much they practice. And you can tell Yox has practiced that shot, getting 3 points for Team Angel, starting to slowly close that point gap. Plenty of time left in the game for them to make a comeback.
Definitely, and you can see on that play is where Yox and I believe it was C. Jason or somebody was there, able to boost down as quickly as possible, and they were able to get to disc first, and that's really what this game is about right now, is just getting to the disc first, as both teams tend to clear it down rather than passing it through.
Yeah, I agree. They're definitely back and forth there. This is an opportunity for Team Angel trying to collect. Right now they've got 2-on-3. Now they got a 3-on-3 situation in the bubble, and going in for the shot is Yox for 2 more points for Team Angel.
Great accuracy on that shot there by Yox. He was able to come in, you know, not too pressured at all when he was coming into the bubble, but he knew he had 2 goalies to defend against in that situation. Neither goalie were stunned out, so it's very difficult, especially if those 2 players in net are aware that they're in net together, you know, because there's always that mistake that happens sometimes where you grab the other player, your teammate, and not the disc. But, you know, in this situation, that did not happen at all, and Yox was able to put it on the far side of the net.
Ooh, an unfortunate bounce off the post. Could be a mistake here for Self Goals, but it looks like they're going to collect it. Wet Taco gonna get that disc down the field, but right into the hands of Yox. Yox going for that shot for, just in the corner. I thought it was gonna bounce off the ring, and it just squeezed right in there.
Yox with an incredible last couple minutes here, giving his team a chance in the second quarter to come back late in the second quarter. And wow, great shot by Yox there to get them back in this game quickly.
Yeah, they've made up 8 points. You know, I love watching Desirable just somersault over people. Like, it's because these characters are so animated and it's 0 gravity. Like, it looks exactly like it would in real life. And Ardix trying to go from behind the goal for another 2 points, but getting stunned out. But it will be recollected by Yox. Team Angel really being aggressive these last couple of minutes as a team, and another shot from C. Jason for 2. Team Angel.
Absolutely incredible play there by Team Angel. It's the caster's curse, but in a good way. As I was saying, they need to work together for the entire 60 minutes, and they've decided to do that here in the last 3, and just going everything well for them here, as you know, cutting that lead from, I believe it was 13 or 15, and we're back down
17, I believe it was
17, and we're back down to 7, so 10 points in just under 2 minutes for Team Angel. You know, don't count them out just yet.
No, definitely not. Jay Tabeka trying to get a quick shot off there, but not quite lining up correctly. The Crimson will get it back to the hands hands of Jay Tabeka, trying for that shot off the post, getting stunned out, throwing off his shot, but it's still going to be picked up by Desirables, keeping possession for the self goals, and the self goals getting another 2 points from behind the goal by Jay Tabeka.
Jay Tabeka is sneaky behind the top of the net there, as he was, it almost looked like he was just completely enthroned at the top of the backboard, and was just able to grab the disc to cut off the little bit of momentum here that Team Angel has had towards the end of the second quarter.
15 seconds left now in this second quarter. Quick pass over to see Jason's Team Angel trying to get a few more points on the board, and a few more points he will get. And it looks like that will be the end of the second quarter, with a blue team in the lead 36-29. And that will mark the start of our halftime, or the end of the first half, or both technically. Over to the scoreboard here. And looks like we have, with game high goals, would be Desirable with 17 on team self goals, followed by Jay Tabeka with 9, and 5 apiece to Crimson and Wet Taco. Assists, we have 3 apiece to Jay Tabeka, Desirable, as well as 2 to Crimson. 4 saves to Desirable, 3 to Wet Taco, 2 to Crimson. The whole team pitching in there to make saves. 2 steals from Jay Tabeka and 1 from Wet Taco, with stuns across the board, with Desirable with about twice as many as anyone else on his team. Katie, how's Team Angel looking?
Team Angel is looking good, especially towards the bottom half of that quarter. I'm just tallying up the scores, or the shots from the first half, as there was the accidental restart, so I don't see exactly the total number of shots. So it looks like we have 29 on the side for Team Angel in total after the first half, and not far ahead is the self goals with 31 shots. So definitely, a 50-50 kind of game right now. And like, the saves have been a little bit swapped here. They both have the same number of saves across the board, as now in the second half, Team Angel had 6 and the self goals had 3. Of course, in that first half, it was swapped, those numbers, and so both teams now at 9 saves in total. It's been a great game so far. We had a little slow start there in the second quarter for Team Angel, as the self goals were able to gain the lead by a little bit there. But Team Angel turned it on towards the end of the second quarter to come back, and now we've got another 7-point game right now going into the second half. And as we've seen, in the past 15 minutes, it can be a 17-point lead, but you can come back within the next 3.
Oh yeah, plenty of time in this second half for anything to happen, especially since we've seen that point gap up to 17 points, down to 7, up to 10, down. We know that both these teams are fully capable, and we should be in for a very exciting second half. On that note, we have 6 minutes until the second half resumes, so grab a drink, grab a snack, grab a friend, make sure you're back for the second half, and we will be with you soon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this second half. The teams are unpausing, so we will have about 1 minute from now until the round starts. And it does look like we might currently be short of players, so I'm not sure if there will be a restart request or a pause or timeout once this quarter starts or not, or whether they will play 3v4. They are ahead by 7, so they may opt to play at a disadvantage for a few moments.
And that could be, you know, of course, something that they don't want to have as well, because, you know, it is only 7 points, especially in this kind of game. You know, you want to keep those leads as much as you can. And it may feel like a 7-point differential for us, but maybe for them it feels like, you know what, they're right behind us. They're right on.
Oh yeah, especially with the new format, 7 points with 30 minutes of gameplay is nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, it's. I mean, obviously it's 7 points, and 7 points will make the win. But with the amount of time left, that 7 points can be made up by Team Anghel in a matter of a minute.
I was trying to think of a pun with virtual reality, but I could not think of one. I was gonna say something like the virtual reality of Team Angel's scenario here is something, but then it didn't work.
I'm going to give you guys the auto cam. I'm being told to check my DMs, but I know the audio does not like to cooperate when I'm checking anything but the game.
And Yox getting a goal off the bat here now, just at the start of the third quarter, to cut the lead down to now 5 points, as it was just 7 moments ago. And South Goals will take the Joust advantage here, still with 3 players trying to do something here. I believe they may not be aware that they have a second technical timeout, so definitely let them know about that, as they could have an additional 5 minutes to get their 4th player back in this game. But regardless, we are back and we are playing the third quarter, and Team Anghel taking their time with great passes, but just barely missing one. Might get back to their player though, as they know they have the player advantage right now, and will regain the disc and take their time to try to get another goal here before they can get their player back. And as I say that, and Arctics will put it in the goal to cut it down back to 3 points.
12, 11, 10.
And now the Self Goals once again with Joust advantage after, now I believe this is the 5th point for Team Anghel in the quarter. Let's see what they do with the disc here, as Desirable, I believe, will grab the disc, looking for a pass to the right side to Crimson. Crimson's missing the disc just barely, but recovering quickly. And will pass it back, but intercepted by Jason. He will put it through the mail slot and in for 3 points, tying this game up early in the third quarter. And that is just another example of how quickly games can turn around, as we were seeing the lead by 7 whole points going into the third quarter, but now we are tied without even 2 minutes into it. Seemed as though Team Self Goal was trying an odd tactic there, keeping them all together, but lost the disc quickly, trying to recover it back in the tunnel, but looks like Jason will get to it first and slap it down towards the Self Goal end.
Blue team.
Crimson, I believe, now will grab the disc and will try to pass it towards his teammates, and looks like Desirable will pick it up on the right side, throwing it down the tunnel all the way to the end. This might just go in the net. No, it'll take a weird bounce off of the back wall and go back towards the Pac-Man side, left Pac-Man side. Yox will take it and throw it down towards the Self-Goal net. As we've seen all game, both teams have been kind of clearing the disc down to the end, and Arctics with an incredible shot from 14 meters away.
12, 11, 10.
All right, sorry about the quick absence there, folks. I just trying to discuss with the other teams what is going on, and unfortunately, one of the rostered players of the Self Goals is unable to continue, and they are already using a sub, which is Desirable. So if, as per the rules, if they can't continue with at least 3 rostered players, then they would need to forfeit the game.
Oh dear.
Which is very unfortunate, because this matchup was an extremely good matchup. It was good back and forth, both teams putting on a great display. I believe that maybe what they're just possibly discussing now, I did give that information to them. So I will just wait for the confirmation that I believe it was Wet Taco, is unable to continue. So I am just going to try and quickly message him.
Yeah, this would be very unfortunate for the Self Goals, but you know they also have that second chance as this would be their first loss, so they will be able to go down to the losers bracket, or the lower bracket, I like to say more, and to play. I believe it would be against the winner of the upcoming match. I'm not sure exactly when it's going to be, but it's going to be Can of Soup and Beans versus Huya. And if you want to take a look at Oh yeah, and if you want to take a look at the bracket, I will post the link in the Discord chat for everyone to check out if they wish.
I can also post it on screen as well if you don't want to click it, but obviously if you want to look at it when we're not on stream, you would need to know the link.
Definitely, it is a very simple link. You know, we have challenge.com/EACS draft in all caps, so that's challenge CHALLONGE.com/EACSDRAFT.
All right, sorry, I'm just getting more messages at the same time, but there the bracket is up on screen for the draft teams. And then I will, just for fun, just, you know, in case you're interested in the VRML bracket, I will bring that one up as well.
It is the same link, just replaced EACS draft, I believe, with the EACS VRML. I'm not mistaken there. So yeah, as we can see on the VRML side of things, our next matchup, I believe we have 3 matches, I believe, going on tomorrow. 2 from the VRML bracket and 1 from the draft bracket, if I'm not wrong. First up, we have on the draft side of things, at 9 p.m. Eastern, we have Team Trojan and Team Symbiote playing tomorrow in the second round. The second round game of so basically the winner of this, which presumably I will believe will be Team Anghel due to the forfeit rule, unfortunately, as it was a great match to watch. They will play the winner of that game that happens tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Then the second match and the third match, both on the VRML side of things, as you've probably already seen, we have tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern, we have Ignite versus Schlart Team. The winner of that game will move on to play Synapse in the third round. And the loser, I believe, will go to play the winner of the other game that's happening tomorrow night, which is There Is No Team, or Tint for short, playing Space Force. So the loser of the Ignite and Schlart Team game will play the winner of the Tint versus Space Force game. Those games are both happening tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern. We're going to try our best to get them all on the VRML channels here on Twitch, as there are 3 games going on, 2 games simultaneously, and 1 game will be ending as the others are starting. We will do our best to get them all online.
Yes, we'll try and get a couple more casters. If not, I may try and see if one of the 10 o'clock teams can wait until 10:30, 10:40, somewhere around there, just to give us time to finish up the first game, because I do want to get as many of these streamed as possible, because the more times it's streamed, the more viewers get to see it, the more players get to play in an official capacity, ensuring that they're following all the rules of the new format. Because there's really, you know, if someone's not watching to correct you if you make a mistake, then you're not really trying the new format correctly. So it's good for everyone, being that this format is so new, to get as many streamed as possible. Of course, cannot guarantee 100%, but we shall do our best. And any other final words for the night? This night that was cut so short, unfortunately.
Yeah, very unfortunate for especially Team Self Goal, or the Self Goals. Unfortunate for them, you know, sometimes, you know, things like this happen and we don't want them to happen, of course, but it's all a part of the game, you know, especially in every other sport. There's things that happen, such as, you know, COVID-19 and you know, that's how they deal with those unlikely scenarios, and we deal with our unlikely scenarios. And here we have a rule where that unlikely scenario is unfortunate for one of the teams, and but will benefit the other.
Yes, indeed. The beauty of sports and esports and the challenges we face. Well, until tomorrow evening when we have our next matches, thank you all again for watching this matchup. Thank you for VR Master League for producing this event. Thank you to the volunteers and helpers of EACS who helped moderate and run this. Thank you to the players, the viewers, everyone and anyone involved with EACS. I thank you so much for your support. And once again, I have been Daniel McFabulous. That has been Katie, and we shall see you next time.